Hello everybody, this is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy Solution. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday afternoon so far. Today is kind of a great day. It's not too hot, so we weren't able to go on our hike today, but it is a beautiful day. Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here and talk to you about something that I probably haven't really initiated enough to my own clients, because now I've been doing it myself for a while now. But this protocol that I'm going to introduce to you guys today is something that it's in my protocol for my footprint for our training. It'll be something that I'm going to initiate to all my clients from now on, and there's a lot of science backing it. So today, guys, just before I get started, I want to get on here real quick. And first of all, if you haven't signed up for my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry and subscribe to it. Hit that bell. And for those of you that aren't part of the Weight Loss Made Easy Solution Facebook group page, you might want to go there and join that group for some free downloads and videos. And every so often I'll put some recipes that I really like a lot that are fat burning. Now, those of you that follow me know that Emily and I educate people in primal eating, which you guys know is a ketogenic diet, and we combine it with intermittent fasting as well. We also help people go after the root causes, which could be causing certain medical issues like type 2 diabetes or prediabetes or high cholesterol, and we explain what that really means. But also, my wife she specializes in hormones, imbalance hormones, because she went through it for 10 years, especially for women. This is a very, very big issue, especially for when you're trying to lose that belly fat. That if you don't get your hormones balanced, there's no diet out there, there's no exercise out there that's going to help you get rid of that belly fat. You got to get your hormones balanced, and you got to take control of the hormones that are causing you to actually gain the belly fat or body fat, wherever, hips, butt, wherever. But you guys know that we promote a higher fat, good high fat foods, moderate protein, and very low carbs. And for myself, today, this is my normal, our protocol that we found that works for us. And this really means, you have to find, if you're going to really want to understand ketogenic diet or primal eating diet and intermittent fasting, you got to research it. You got to have the tools to do a true primal eating or ketogenic diet and a true intermittent fasting. So many people out there are making so many mistakes. They're failing, and they're thinking this is a quick fix deal. It's not a quick fix deal, because most of you who are either overweight or type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic or has some kind of an issue like that, you've been like that for a long, long time. And those of you that have been eating a lot of high starchy, processed, sugary carbs, you've been doing that for a long time, or you've been overweight for a long time. This is not a quick fix deal, guys, but this is a lifestyle that can change your life for the rest of your life. And it is the healthiest way to lose that fat or belly fat or whatever fat you have, or to reverse type 2 diabetes. Dr. Jason Chung's been using these protocols for decades on his type 2 diabetics and helping them reverse it, and helping people reverse obesity. He's been doing this for decades, but it's just now getting out there. It's getting very popular because of the science behind it. But there are protocols you have to follow. And a lot of people get the fats confused. And what we want to explain to people is we're looking at higher good dietary fats, like olive oils, the fats from nuts, the fats from meats, so forth. Those are the olives have got great fat. Salmon has got a lot of great fat in it. So these are the fats that we're talking about. And we're looking at being 75% good dietary fat, 20% to 25% of moderate protein, whatever protein, and 5% carbs. Now, for me, our base is 20-hour fasting. So, oh, by the way, this is my afternoon fat coffee. I have one of these maybe, I don't know, every other day or so in between my first and last meal. So this is my fat coffee for now. So what we're doing is we'll do a 23-1 fasting a couple times, 3 or 4 times a month. But our base is 20-hour fasting. So my first meal today was at 2 o'clock. And I had a 35% fat, moderate, or 20% moderate, and 20% or 5% carb meal for my first meal. For me, guys, what works for me is I'm very what they call carbohydrate sensitive. Starchy carbs will throw me out of ketosis. That's where I want to be at most of the time. I want to be in autophagy. And I'm very sensitive to carbs. So I primarily keep my carbs around 20 grams a day. And I pretty much know what I can have to keep it at 20 grams a day. Now, all my carbs mostly comes from vegetables or salads, something like that. I don't eat starchy foods because my body just can't tolerate it. I have a system that can my metabolism. I can shut my metabolism down very, very fast by eating the wrong types of food, and that's where you're going to gain your weight because your metabolism is shut down. So I've learned this over the years. So anyway, and that's why the 20-hour fasting works really good for us. We exercise in the morning in a fasted state to put ourselves into a deeper autophagy, which you guys have heard me talk about. That's where you want to be most of the time. But the type of fat you're taking in also can help you guys lose weight as well. And so this particular fat I'm going to be talking about, it's olive oil, plays a huge part in helping you not only to lose fat, but there's all kinds of benefits that olive oil has. Now, before I get really started, I'm going to get on my computer here. Something I have to start mentioning now is obviously I'm not a doctor. All the information I'm giving you has been gathered by personal experience and information that I researched and compiled over 40 years. So that's the experience that Emily and I have had. Always consult a physician, I have to say that, before starting a new diet, eating regimen, or a workout plan. So there you go. So I went by the book today, okay? But anyway, let's get back to olive oil. So what I've been doing olive oil for a while now. I've been doing it, I have 1 tablespoon twice a day. Whenever I do my high-fat protein smoothie, I put a tablespoon of olive oil in it. Whenever I do, and then at my last meal of the day, I have a small salad with my avocados in it in a colorful salad. I always put a tablespoon of olive oil. Now, a lot of people don't like the taste of it. Your body will adapt to it. If you don't like the taste, do it anyway. I'm telling you, when I get done here, you'll see how important olive oil is, and I'm going to back this all up with science. But it's so important that it's in my nutrition platform now, and I'm going to put all my clients on it from now on. And now I do have a few on it now, but I'm really going to push it even more so because of the brand new science that's coming out about it. And it's something that we need to really listen to, because one of the factors in olive oil is the antioxidants in it. That's right. That's kind of weird. A good dietary fat, olive oil, has antioxidant. I don't know how many of you knew this. Even a lot of health professionals weren't sure about me saying this because they didn't know that olive oil had antioxidant. And when I tell you the comparison between an olive oil and green tea, it's going to blow your mind. But anyway, So I've been doing this now for, like I said, for a while now, and I do 2 tablespoons twice a day. Now I'm able to go ahead. My wife doesn't like the taste, so she likes to mix it with her meals. I can take it straight. It doesn't bother me anymore. Yes, it did in the past, but it doesn't bother me anymore. And so let's dig deep. Let's dig into olive oil, and let's see what the 7 major reasons why you should add virgin olive oil to your diet daily. There's 7 reasons. Now, there's more, but these are the main reasons I think that you guys should know about. Now, first of all, you guys who follow me know that I like to Google the definition of the topic that I'm talking about. So here we go. I Googled this. This is what the Google definition of virgin olive oil is. Extra virgin olive oil has oleic acid. Now remember the oleic acid. This is a big factor of this oil, which can retain all antioxidants. Okay, let me say that one more time. This is the definition by Google. Extra virgin olive oil has oleic acid, which can retain all antioxidants. This makes olive oil a much better alternative to other cooking oils. Now, right off the bat here, guys, I recommend you not to use olive oil as cooking oil. What's the word I'm trying to say? Putrefies very, very fast when heated up to a certain temperature. Olive oil is in a cold state is where the benefits are, not by using it as cooking oil. If you're going to use cooking oil, use either coconut oil or use avocado oil. Avocado is probably one of the best ones because it can tolerate the heat, but not olive oil, okay? And so olive oil is loaded with monounsaturated fatty acids. Now, those of you that follow me know that because of our high-fat diet, we want those fatty acids because that's what's going to help us lose the belly fat, and that's going to help to regulate the blood sugar as well. So we want the fatty acids. Now, olive oil helps in keeping this is all science-backed. So it's known by science to keep your heart healthy. And this is the big thing here. This is why I mean, right now, here in the United States, one of the biggest issue is sugar. It's because of people being on a high carb diet, because they're eating so much processed sugar, it's elevating their blood sugar high. And what's happening over a long period of time, or consistency of keeping your blood sugar high, you will become a type 2 diabetic somewhere down the line, or you can initiate cancer with a high sugar diet or a high carb diet, because high carbs, starchy carbs, are converted into glucose, which are sugar. It's not going to happen overnight. Diseases never happen overnight, but over long period of time of doing the same unhealthy thing, will initiate some kind of a medical issue. And so olive oil is known to help regulate blood sugar. And that's a big thing to know about if you're a type 2 diabetic. Which further, now this is what it says, which further leads to weight loss. Okay, so which further leads to weight loss. So if you're regulating your blood sugar, controlling the insulin in your blood, then it's going to help you with weight loss. Okay, so that's what it's saying. So what are the 7 major benefits that olive oil gives to us? Number 1, helps with inflammation in the joints. That's a big one. Number 2, helps to burn fat. That's probably where most of you guys are looking to do. Especially those of us that are over 40, that's a big issue because we tend to add belly fat, hip fat, or leg fats as we get older. Helps in boosting the immune system. Guys, if you've been watching the coronavirus or the COVID-19 news about the doctors that are coming on, what's the most common things doctors talk about for people that are actually beating or that are recovering from the virus. Young people or people that have a stronger immune system. So here we have a natural olive oil that is known to help boost immune system. So that might be something you might want to add to your little arsenal to keep your immune system up. Okay, here's one I wanted to wait on this one, but it has olive oil has more antioxidant than green tea. How many of you guys knew that one? I'm not sure. I'm sure not many of you, even those professionals out there. Some of those professionals have no idea. Helps to regulate the blood sugar, which helps weight loss and helps to reverse type 2 diabetes. There's science backing this. Helps to burn belly fat for those of you that are 40 over, like me. Helps with anti-aging. And now think about that. Helps with anti-aging. Now why is that? Because it helps to flush out inflammation. See, that's the key to anti-aging, is to flush out inflammation. By flushing out inflammation, you're going to slow premature aging down. Okay, so now let's jump into the science behind this, and let's get the first one here. And let's talk about this particular one. It's called, why is olive oil better than green tea? Well, because of there's an ingredient in there called oleic acid. And oleic acid is actually a component in olive oil that has a lot of benefits to it. And so Science Direct posted a research article about oleic acid, and that notably that this is what the science said, or Science Direct said. Notably, oleic acid in the diet is linked with reduction of the risk of coronary heart disease and many other disease models. Now, there's a reason for that. And so you guys have heard me talk about why is hydrogen-rich water so effective on brain trauma, and why are so many brain trauma experts now putting their clients on hydrogen-rich water? Well, because there's a molecule in hydrogen-rich water that is the smallest molecule on the planet. And because hydrogen-rich water mimics a very, very powerful antioxidant, it's able to go through the blood-brain barrier, and it's able to help heal the brain trauma or whatever issues you have in the brain. Well, guess what? This is what Science Direct is saying is also. This is what oleic acid, there's actually research says that oleic acid, oleic acid is broken down in some other ingredients, and we'll go over that. I'm not going to get into real science on this. I actually put the real science in a blog post, and I will be posting that blog post on this video in the description section, which will explain more of the science about it. I have a really hard time actually pronouncing some of these. I mean, this one word that's in, or this one ingredient that's in olive oil, which is huge as a health benefit for the body, is so long that it almost takes up a whole half or a whole section of the page. That's how long it is. It's ridiculous. I don't see why they don't use words that we can understand or pronounce. But anyway, so the Science Direct actually posted about how oleic acid is able to help heart disease and many other diseases. Also, another site said the same thing. Okay, here's one. Now, remember what I told you on, let's see, item 5, helps with type 2 diabetes. Okay, here it is that cardiovascular dietology also put an article in there about how oleic acid is able to, with the other ingredients, after it's been converted, after you eat it, it's been converted into other ingredients. And so what the oleic acid is doing is helping to regulate blood sugar, which in turn is going to help type 2 diabetics drop their glucose levels or their sugar levels of blood by adding olive oil to their diet daily. Like I'm saying, you need to do at least twice a day, 1 tablespoon twice a day. Now, this is how oleic acid works. I'm just going to go real quick. I'm not going to give you all the science, but I'm just going to give you a base about it. Oleic acid is converted into what it's called an OAE. It's a two-step process where it's how it's converted. Now, when you ingest olive oil and the oleic acid, it is converted into OEA in your liver and your intestine. That correlates with oleic acid consumption is because an OEA is being produced in the intestines and liver and being transported rather than the OEA. So what they're saying here, basically, to summarize it, is when the oleic acid is ingested, it is being converted into OEA. OEA is then spilled into the blood. That's how it's being transferred throughout the body. And in the OEA has what they call polyethanols, okay? Polyethanol, which is in olive oil, see, it's getting a little weird here. But I'm just, like I said, I have to say this, but I want you can read it when I post it. But anyway, polyethanol has 2 ingredients, has 36 actually, but we're only going to talk about two of them. There are actually 2 ingredients that are what they call super fat, and they're super antioxidant. And polyethylene contains 36 different antioxidants in it, okay? But these are the 2 big ones. And this is why olive oil is actually it says here, okay, it's the one ingredient is hydroxyl ethanols is a polyethanol compound found in olive oil, okay, and is among this is right from the definition of it, is among the strongest antioxidants found in nature. So with 10 times the antioxidant power of green tea. Okay, so that's why olive oil is 10 times stronger in antioxidants than green tea. But the other thing about it, which is most important, is the fatty acids that are in olive oil. And so green tea, yes, it's a great drink to have for antioxidants, but green tea only has antioxidants in it. Olive oil also has has dietary fat in it, which is the fatty acid that your body needs. Okay, that's what your body needs for energy. Okay, and so what they're saying here is this particular ingredient, the hydroxyl aerosol concentration that are in olives, particularly Greek olives, protects now this is known by science, protects cardiovascular system, prevents osteoporosis, and this particular antioxidant is actually able to penetrate the blood-brain barrier, where it says right here, it says it protects against Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease by crossing the blood-brain barrier and protecting the brain precious fats from oxygen. So you got brain in your, see, that's how important fat is, guys. So those of you that are being told that you shouldn't be eating fat, they're wrong, because you need fat in the body. And here's a good example. Here's what research is saying. It helps to protect the fat. You got to have fat in the brain and from oxidizing. And it helps with cancer. And it's also shown to inhibit the growth of leukemia, colon cancer, and breast cancer cells. Medicine on the research site, Medicine 2018, talks about this. A researcher at Oxford, PhD researcher in Harvard, med student at the Physiology, Anatomy, and Genetic Department, talks about it. Like I said, these are all, these research sites will be on my video, guys. Okay, so weight loss. Let's talk a little bit about that. How does olive oil help with weight loss? Well, it's pretty simple. The root cause to one of the biggest root causes to belly fat or gaining weight is insulin resistance. Insulin resistance means that your blood sugar is too high, and your cells can no longer accept the sugar in your blood, so the blood has to get rid of that sugar somehow. And how it does that, it will store it actually in fat cells. So the higher carbs you eat, or the higher processed sugary starchy carbs you eat, the higher your insulin goes up, and the longer it stays up. Because if you're eating, think about this. Think about this. If you're eating 3, 4, 5 meals a day, you're consistently keeping your insulin up, right? Okay, if you're consistently keeping your insulin up, you're going to overflow your cells. Your cells are not going to be able to accept any more sugar or glucose or sugar. But the pancreas is still going to secrete insulin to keep trying to pushing that sugar into the cells, and the cells are going to lock the door, and it's going to dump it in the blood, and you're going to have to get it, and the blood doesn't want it, so it stores it where? It stores it in fat cells. So what does olive oil do? Well, olive oil actually helps to regulate your blood sugar. You just can't just keep eating the way you're eating, guys, and then say, okay, the key to my blood sugar dropping is to have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. No, that doesn't work that way. What the olive oil do is going to help regulate your blood sugar. Yes, it does. It helps regulate the insulin level. It helps balance the hormone that's causing you to gain weight, and that hormone is insulin. So it's that simple. So why not go? I mean, if you change the way you eat, change the time you're eating, combining it by taking olive oil twice a day, how quickly are you going to get your insulin levels at base and keep it there for 24/7? Pretty quick, okay? So even if you do have a day where you're overeating starchy carbs, you have too many carbs, if you initiate olive oil into your diet at least twice a day, that's going to help to bring the blood sugar down. Now, we also do it with apple cider vinegar. We also do it with our homemade kombucha. That also brings the blood sugar down, so it's not staying up. And so that's how you're going to help to lose weight or belly fat, and also it's going to help those of you that have either type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. It's going to regulate your blood sugar to start bringing it back down to a healthy level, okay? And so this is one reason why, there's 7 reasons why that Emily and I are doing this on a daily basis, and I've been doing it for a while. So guys, as a tip from Coach Bill, I really think, and especially if you guys are exercising, those of you that are trying to put on lean muscle, those of you that are trying to, trying to have overall health, add olive oil to your diet every day, at least twice a day, virgin olive oil, and then research intermittent fasting and keeping your carbs down to a very moderate level. Because I'll tell you guys, those of you that are looking to put on lean muscle like Emily and I are, even at the age of our age, we want to keep putting on lean muscle, and we want to keep our weight down to a healthy weight and our body fat down to a very, very low body fat percentage to stay healthy. Then these are the tricks that you have to combine with it. But the biggest factor, guys, just like it says here, especially for what's going on today, and it seems like this virus is going to be with us for a while. Don't wait till you get the virus, or don't wait till you get the flu, or don't wait till you get some kind of a disease to change your lifestyle. Don't wait for a tragic thing to happen first and then decide, okay, I need to change my life. Why not prevent it right now? And you can message me, and I'll give you some. I will point you in the right direction. Or I do have an online personal coaching business that I do. So if you're looking it's a 12-week plan that will teach you all this stuff I'm teaching you. By the end of the 12 weeks, you'll actually be an expert. Most likely you'll know more than, if you guys have a personal trainer, you'll know more than your trainer out there once you're educated. But our immune system, guys, is so depressed here in the United States. That's why so many people are sick. So let's prevent a sickness to even happen. And let's go ahead and get healthy right now. And if you parents don't really care about yourselves, well, how about your kids? I mean, are you guys going out to fast foods every single day? Are you feeding your kids a lot of processed foods? Research child obesity. Research child type 2 diabetes or type 1 diabetes. Research why cancer in kids are increasing. Research why all these other diseases in kids. I mean, type 2 diabetes was an adult disease. Now it's become common in kids. And so research all this stuff, and you know what? Take a stance. You're going to have to take care of your own health, or your doctor's not going to do it because they don't know what to do. They have no idea nutrition. They have no idea. They were taught in school how to do what? They were taught how to prescribe medication. They were not taught how to go after the root cause of whatever issue you have. Okay, guys. So anyway, that's Coach Bill's tip for the day. Introduce virgin olive oil to your diet twice a day, and let's see what happens to you guys. Hope you guys saw some value in this, and we'll see you guys at the next video. Have a good one. Bye.